Mithun Reddy, PV Mithun Reddy.
Thank you, sir. Elections are like the cornerstone of our democracy. The integrity with which the elections are being held is paramount. Sir, the elections should be held in the true spirit of the democracy. The elections process should be such that both the winners and losers should have complete trust in how the process has been done. So there have been a lot of doubts and a lot of issues. And like every other party, we represented to the Election Commission of India. Sir, there have been some issues which we have raised. I will just mention 2 or 3 issues which we have raised. In Andhra Pradesh, 3 crore 38 lakhs votes were polled, sir. And the polling started at morning 7 o'clock until 6 in the evening. But after 6 o'clock, surprisingly, 15% of votes were recorded. That is, out of 338, 51 lakh votes were recorded. Never it has happened in the history of Andhra Pradesh, not even in 19, not in 14. So we are unable to understand how this sudden surge in voting happened after 6 o'clock. And similar complaint was there even in Orissa, sir. So we'd like to know how such things are happening suddenly. And in another instance, sir, whatever complaints, okay. In other, sir, there's another, whenever we give complaints, sir, whenever we have given complaints, nothing has been done, sir. I'll just give an example. So in Vijayanagaram, in polling station 9 and polling station 4, our former MP gave a complaint, sir. He found that during the day of the counting, the battery charge of the EVM was 99%. On the day of the polling, the battery charge was 60%. How did this charge how did the charge go up? We raised a complaint, there was no response. We asked for the CCTV footage of the strong room. It was not provided. We asked for the VVPATs. They said it had been burnt and destroyed. Sir, such is the thing. There was no response at all. And when we asked for verifying these particular EVMs, they said this particular EVMs will not be given for verification. Another set of EVMs were provided for verification. So such is the bad response we got from the officers. And there was no point in raising the complaint also. And mock polling was conducted on some other EVMs, not on the EVMs which we complained, sir. And there's one more peculiar issue I would also like to raise. For example, in Hindupur Assembly, there's one particular polling station, 28, where we had elections on the same day, sir, for the parliament and for the assembly. Sir, we polled 472 votes for parliament. Our party got in that particular booth. There we've been winning for the past 30 years, right from the local body elections to everything. And in the assembly election, we just got 1 vote, sir. We had 5 agents in the booth and their family members itself constitute for 30 votes. We are unable to understand how 472 votes we polled on the same day, same time for parliament. And for assembly, was getting just 1 vote. So throughout the world, everybody is coming back to paper ballot. Sir, even the US president himself said we are coming back to the paper ballot from EVMs. 92% of all the US elections are happening on paper ballot. Even Elon Musk, who is himself an expert, he himself a technical expert, sir, basically. He himself said that EVMs are easily, they can be hacked. And there are many countries which have come back, sir, from EVMs to paper ballot. For example, you see Netherlands. In 2006, 2007, they came back to paper ballot. There were like live demonstration on TV how they hacked the EVMs. And even in Germany in 2009, Germany also they came back to paper ballot. And even Ireland, even Paraguay, Finland, and our neighbor Bangladesh also has come back to paper ballot, sir. Sir, we also would like to draw your attention throughout Europe. If you take UK, Turkey, Sweden, all the developed nations who are well developed and who have very good technical capabilities, they are still using paper ballots. They doing this to dispel any doubts. Sir, our party has won with EVMs in 19 and we lost with EVMs in 24. My 3 elections we won with EVMs, sir. But still I have some doubts and I want to dispel these doubts. The government should act and take everybody's suggestion, and we should come back to paper ballots, sir. That is our request. And sir, we would like to make some suggestions. One is that we want the paper ballot system to be back, and the second point is Sir, we are okay with SIR or we are okay with any vote revision, any process, as long as all sections of society are comfortable with it. And third, all parties should have access to webcasting, sir. There should be webcasting in all the polling booths, and webcasting should be accessible to any booth. The CCTV footage of any booth should be available to any party, and the election should be held in a transparent process. Thank you very much.
Sri Rahul Gandhi.
Today, our friends do not embrace him. Today, our friends have pushed him away. He's an uncomfortable truth. But that's not where the project ended. You see, as I said, everything has emerged from the vote. All the institutions have emerged from the vote. So it's obvious that the RSS has to capture all the institutions that have emerged from the vote. So the project, after Gandhiji's assassination, the next step of the project was the wholesale capture of India's institutional framework. So what is this, sir?
Sir,
I'm doing. Relax.
मैं बुलाता हूँ. Please बैठिए. Please बैठिए. Please बैठिए.
So,
Please.
sir,
आप बोले पर हाथ मत जोड़े.
sir, these are uncomfortable truths, but they have to be spoken. So these are uncomfortable truths, but they have to be spoken. My friends don't like the connections I'm making. They're disturbed by them. It's obvious. Speaker, sir, so after the father of the nation was assassinated, his vision of an equal India, of an India where institutions belong to the people, had to be destroyed. And so the process started, and the RSS attempted to capture one institution after the other. And I will give some examples so that it is crystal clear that this is the case. Everybody knows how vice chancellors are placed on top of Indian universities today. Every single person knows this. You go to any university, you speak to any youngster in India, he will tell you that it does not matter whether the professor has qualifications, it does not matter whether the professor has a scientific temperament. The only thing that matters is the professor belongs.
माननीय सदस्य, एक मिनट. माननीय सदस्य, चुनाव सुधारों पर चर्चा हो रही है.
सर, ये मैं उसी पे कर रहा हूँ सर.
आप किसी भी संगठन का नाम जो इस हाउस में उसका नाम मिले. LOP है तो इसका मतलब ये नहीं है. LOP का मतलब नहीं. आप जनरल बात बोलो. आप राष्ट्रपति भाषण में बोलिए जनरल बात.
सर, हम लोग सुनना चाहते हैं. सर, स्पीकर सर, हम लोग सुनेंगे शांति से. हम लोग शांति से सुनना चाहते हैं. और ये आप लोग सुनिए ना क्या कहना चाहते हैं.
धमकी देंगे आप.
हम लोग सुनने के लिए बैठा है. अभी तक नेता प्रतिपक्ष एक शब्द चुनाव सुधार पे अभी तक आया ही नहीं है.
संसदीय कार्य मंत्री बोल रहे हैं.
मैं स्पीकर का परमिशन से ही बोल रहा हूँ. हम सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं. अरे हम सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं. नेता प्रतिपक्ष चुनाव सुधार के लिए जो सुझाव देंगे सुनने के लिए तो हम बैठे हैं. लेकिन चुनाव सुधार को नहीं बोलते हुए कहा जो इस सदन से कोई वास्ता नहीं, जो संगठन उसका कहानी किसी और का बोलना ये कोई उचित नहीं है. समय बहुमूल्य है, समय का मर्यादा भी है. सबका सब यहाँ सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं और ये समय बहुत कीमती है. इसलिए हर एक पल अच्छा शब्दों का कोई अच्छा ज्ञान दे, सुझाव दे, सुनने के लिए हम लोग बैठे हैं. मेरा एक सीमित अनुरोध है नेता प्रतिपक्ष से, आप विषय पर ही रहिए। हम लोग सब बैठे हैं, गृह मंत्री जी भी सुनने के लिए बैठे हैं, लेकिन आप विषय पर नहीं बोलेंगे तो जो विषय तय किया गया है उसे क्या मतलब है? अगर चुनाव सुधार पर ही नहीं बोलेंगे तो फिर इतना समय सबका क्यों बर्बाद करना चाहते हैं नेता प्रतिपक्ष?
Should I leave? Should I leave? Then you speak. Should I leave? You speak then. You speak. What is it? You are parliamentary affairs minister. You are a parliamentary affairs minister. You are disturbing the lobby. How can it be? You are a parliamentary affairs minister. You are disturbing the subject नहीं आपके lobby. आपका lobby subject नहीं है. ये विषय कर रहे हैं.
The discussion, one second. The discussion is about the vote and electoral. The discussion is about the vote.
एक मिनट
सर मुझे बोलने नहीं दीजिए।
एक मिनट बैठिए। माननीय सदस्य मैं बैठे बैठे अनऑफिशियली बोल रहे हैं, उस विषय बोल रहे हैं, सदन की गरिमा को बनाए रखें। आसन को चुनौती देने का प्रयास मत करिए, ये ठीक नहीं है।
Speaker sir, I want to make it very clear. Please. Speaker sir, I want to make it very clear. The discussion is about votes. The discussion is about the stealing of votes. The discussion is about the SIR, and I am framing my discussion about votes.
Yes.
And what is happening here is patently unfair. I am not being allowed to speak. I am being disturbed, and I put my protest here. I have done absolutely nothing wrong. I am talking about the subject. In order to capture the vote, you have to capture institutions. I am saying that institutions of India are captured, and I will come to the point, which is Election Commission is captured. So, the project of the RSS was to capture the institutional framework of the country, and I said how the education system has been captured. Vice Chancellor after Vice Chancellor after Vice Chancellor is placed not on merit, not on capability, not on scientific temper, but on the fact that he belongs to a particular organization. Second capture, which helps in destroying democracy, the capture of the intelligence agencies. We have the Home Minister sitting here, the capture of the CBI, of the ED, of the Income Tax Department. And the systematic placement of bureaucrats who favor their ideology and attack the opposition and anybody who chooses to oppose the RSS. That is the second institutional capture. And the third there are many more. I can go on. And the third institutional capture.
What is this?
मानिए प्लीज मानिए।
The third capture of the institution that directly controls the election system of our country, the Election Commission. Now, I am not saying this without proof. I have put forth adequate proof about how the Election Commission is colluding with those in power to shape the elections. But I want to ask three questions first, which will make it very clear that the BJP is directing and using the Election Commission to damage India's democracy. The first question, why is it that the CJI was removed from the selection panel of the Election Commissioner? What motivation could there be to remove the CJI? Do we not believe in the CJI? Of course we believe in the CJI. Why is he not in that room? I sit in that room. It is so-called a democratic decision. On one side, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Mr. Amit Shah. On the other side, the leader of the opposition. I have no voice in that room. What they decide is what happens. So the first question, why is the Prime Minister and Amit Shah so keen on choosing exactly who the election commissioner is going to be? Second question, and even more devastating question. No Prime Minister has done this in the history of India. In December 2023, this government changed the law. They changed the law to make sure that no election commissioner could be punished for any action they take while they are election commissioner.
Yes. Immunity.
Why would the Prime Minister and Home Minister give this gift of immunity to the election commissioner? Why would they need to give this tremendous gift that no Prime Minister has given ever before to the election commissioner?
Yes.
Mr. Shah is looking into the ceiling. Maybe he will answer this question when he speaks. And finally, why was the law with regards to CCTVs and the data that they contain changed? Why was a law put in place that allows the Election Commission to destroy CCTV footage 45 days after the election? What is the need? The answer given is it is a question of data. It is not a question of data. It is a question of stealing the election.
Yes.
Now, what is the result of this institutional capture? What is the result of controlling the Chief Election Commissioner and the Election Commission? First of all, we have a set of election campaigns that are tailored for the Prime Minister. 3-month, 4-month, 5-month long campaigns are taking place so that the Prime Minister's schedule can be fitted in to the program.
Yes.
Second, we have a Brazilian woman who appears 22 times on the voter list of Haryana.
Please. No.
22 times this lady appears.
एक मिनट प्लीज एक मिनट. आप नेता प्रतिपक्ष है, मैं इस तरीके से सदन की कार्रवाई नहीं चलने दूंगा. ये सदन है, सदन की गरिमा को बनाए रखें. आप सदन की गरिमा से बोलेंगे तो ठीक नहीं, जैसे सदन नहीं चलेगा. नो, गलत तरीका है आपका, नहीं होगा. आप ले रहिए. नहीं, माननीय प्रतिपक्ष के नेता, आप पहले अपने सदस्यों को समझाइए. नहीं चलेगा, नहीं, ठीक नहीं है. नो, नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं चलेगा. अगर आप
सर
माननीय प्रतिपक्ष के नेता, आप अपने सदस्यों को गरिमा समझाइए.
सर, बट
ये तरीका आप इतने सालों तक यहाँ पर हैं, ये तरीका उचित है क्या?
सर,
विरोध का तरीका होता है, लेकिन ये उचित तरीका नहीं है.
तरीका इधर भी हो.
नो,
उधर का तरीका क्या है सर?
नो, सबका तरीका उधर से होगा, उधर से भी बोलेंगे, इधर से बोलेंगे, सब जगह से बोलेंगे.
Speaker sir, I don't agree with the showing of photographs here, but it is a reflection of our democratic structure. This is what is happening in our democracy, that you're not allowing us to show. This Brazilian woman has appeared 22 times on the voter list in Haryana. And not only that, there is one woman whose name has appeared 200 times, more than 200 times in one booth in Haryana. And it is very clear, and I have proven without doubt, that the election of Haryana was stolen. And the theft was ensured by the Election Commission of India. I've said it again and again and again. Now, nowhere has the Election Commission answered my questions. The Election Commission has not told me why this lady's picture has appeared on the polling list. They have not told me why lakhs and lakhs of duplicate voters are existing. They have not told me why a BJP leader is coming from Uttar Pradesh to vote in Haryana. These are straightforward questions. And there is clear proof which I have put in front of the country. Right? But the Election Commission has no answer to these questions. And that is the result of the complete capture of the Election Commission by the people across the aisle. By the way, you're talking about SIR in Bihar. Let me say something about SIR in Bihar. Why is it that after the SIR in Bihar, 1.2 lakh duplicate photos are existing in Bihar, in the voting list? If you've cleaned up the voting list, why are there 1.2 lakh duplicates in Bihar? And we've not just proven this about Haryana. We have proven this in Karnataka, we have proven this in Maharashtra, and I'm absolutely certain this is how you're winning elections in Madhya Pradesh, in Uttar Pradesh, in Bihar, across the country. Now, so what I'm putting on the table is, it is very clear that you've captured the institution. I've shown the mechanism of that capture. I'm also showing you how the Election Commission is doing things that are completely out of line. I'm not getting any answers, right? So now let us come to how, when we're talking about electoral reform. Electoral reform is very simple. The point is, nobody wants to do it. The government doesn't want to do it. What does electoral reform require? What we've been saying. Number one, give machine-readable voter lists to all political parties 1 month before the election. That's the first step. The second step is take back the law that allows the destruction of CCTVs, CCTV footage. Very simple, not difficult. While you're doing that, also tell us what is the architecture of the EVM. Give us access to the EVM. Let our experts go and see what is inside the EVM. Till today, we have not had access to the EVM. We are not shown the architecture of the EVM. We're not physically allowed to go and see an EVM. Give us the architecture. Give us access to the EVM. And finally, please change the law that allows the election commissioner to get away with whatever he wants to do. That's all the electoral reforms you need. And I want to assure the election commissioner that they might be under the impression that this law lets them get away with it. Let me remind them, don't worry, we are going to change the law, and we are going to change it retroactively, and we are going to come and find you. Right? So this is the situation that the country is faced with. You know, everybody says to us, India is the biggest democracy. Actually, I was thinking today, we're not just the biggest democracy, we're the greatest democracy. And I'm not saying it just like that. I'm saying it, America calls itself the oldest democracy. But the democracy that weaves together the largest number of people, the largest diversity of people, the largest number of languages, the largest number of states is this. And so our most powerful asset, the thing that stitches together the entire concept of modern India, stitches together the fabric of modern India, brings people together, allows them to build this great nation, is being attacked by these people. They're destroying it. You know they're destroying it. I know they're destroying it, and they know they're destroying it. And I'd like to conclude by saying that the biggest anti-national act you can do is vote chori. There is no bigger anti-national act that you can do than vote chori. Because when you destroy the vote, you destroy the fabric of this country. You destroy modern India, you destroy the idea of India. So I'd like to conclude by saying vote chori is an anti-national act, and those across the aisle are doing an anti-national act. Thank you.